You know, I got into coaching because I really felt that there was an opportunity to work with young people. And, you know, Baltimore has a lot of challenges. 300 kids are getting murdered every year. You know, if you were to do a mile radius around BCSC, the Park Heights neighborhood is one of the roughest areas in the entire country. I really wanted an opportunity just to work with kids, and so I found this mission. I left a $150,000 a year job in corporate America to coach swimming for $8 an hour. I think there are a lot of people out there like myself that want to give back and want to work with youth, but unfortunately a lot of urban environments that are working with African American kids, you just don't get that type of support.
I'm definitely gonna go to sleep.
I'm gonna make sure I get some sleep and eat some good food so I can be ready for the meet tomorrow.
Right.
So I'm excited for today. I want us all to like give it our all.
Yeah.
Because I like practice this week has like been really good.
Yeah. I like when we come to swim meets and it's everyone's cheering for each other.
Yes.
Because that's really what makes like coach happy. And the team cheers for each other and everyone. Like we don't all have to come in first, but if we keep dropping time, it just makes us feel good and confident. Sometimes I get nervous before a swim meet because I feel like I have to do good. Because like my dad swam for Coach Kenny and he was a good swimmer. So now I have like a legacy. And when I do bad at swim meets, I do kind of get upset. But like when everyone's there and we're just having fun, it kind of makes me feel better.
We all encourage each other. Yeah. When somebody's sad, like when something happens, I like how we're all there to be like, it's okay, and you still got other swims that you can do, and you're gonna do good. But as a team, we're just all there to give each other confidence. Like I'm slicing a piece of my confidence to give to you.
We are at the Callow Hill Aquatic Center, home of the Baltimore City Swim Club. The Baltimore City Swim Club is one of the United States Swimming sanctioned teams. We are part of Baltimore City Rec and Parks. The coaches for the Baltimore City Swim Club are Coach Tiffany Ponton, Coach Benjamin Griffin, and the head coach Russell Williams, affectionately known as Coach Kimmy. I am Karen Cooper Coleman, also known as Dee Dee, and I am the manager of the swim team. I'm also a coach. I can be the janitor and anything else the swim team needs. Coach Kim is very passionate. Swimming, I'll say, is his second love after his family. He is very dedicated. He gives his all. Coach Kim and Portia Harris teamed up. Portia was in charge of the aquatics department for Baltimore City, and Coach Kim was the swim coach. So he trained the lifeguards and the pool attendants for Baltimore City. What makes Coach Kim different is he really is dedicated to the kids and to the community. I think what has allowed him to have influence over all of these years is people understand that he cares. He not only cares for them as swimmers, but as a person as well. He supports them in schoolwork, in their family lives. He's always there. And he demanded that everybody give back to the community, and they appreciated that when they got older. I've been working for the city since 1989. I got involved with the swim team because my son actually participated. Coach Brendan, who is also a coach who started at BCSC, met Coach Kim through my son and Coach Kim's nephew. They were swimming at a high school championship meet, and Coach Brendan came to see that meet, and he asked them where they swam. So he followed them to practice one day, and the rest is history.
Brendan came up to me.
Yeah.
He had observed me at a swim meet. He had observed some kids that I trained at a swim meet. He was like, where did those kids get so fast? How did they get so fast?
When I met him, he was a vice principal of a high school, city high school. He was teaching kids lifeguarding class. He was coaching this program. So he was, a hero to me because he was absolutely making an impact on so many different levels. Swimming is a pretty homogenous sport in terms of the demographics of folk that actually swim. And when I think about Coach Kim, I think about a man who has sort of carved out a niche in terms of serving a population that has never really been exposed to swimming. I had just left I was just kind of sort of finding my way, and I was volunteering, coaching at Poly, which is where we both went to high school together, and I saw these beautiful swimmers, and I was like, where did they come from? I mean, my honest reaction was, I didn't know black people could swim that fast. And I ended up talking to Dee Dee afterwards, and basically just came up to here and just started following you around. I just showed up at practice and just started volunteering.
He came every day.
Yeah, didn't get paid a penny for a year.
Not at all.
He was always rooting for the underdog. He was always he was the guy on the pool deck who was cheering loud, where all the other coaches were just sitting in their chair, kind of clapping like this. He's screaming and hollering and just emotionally just getting into it. And that's what I just really admired about him. I admired how he was so committed to the community of Baltimore. And he's just a really cool guy. I mean, he's just Coach Kim is just a cool guy.
We want to expose swimming to the community so that they can be safe. So exposing the kids to the water, we have a program called the Aqua Brats. And that's our Learn to Swim program. And through that, we transcend the kid to our novice swim program. And then they move up. So giving back to the community a skill that they can use forever.
I think when I got into coaching, I had left a very successful career in corporate America and was inspired by the Million Man March, and Baltimore has its challenges. And when I came home, I was full of myself, and I'm gonna save the world, and realized that I couldn't necessarily save the world, but I could make some impact. And so a lot of my message that I talk to the athletes over the last 20 years is, you are gifted, you are special, and I want to encourage them to travel the road less traveled and to figure out who they are.
Last week I asked my grandson, why aren't you reading the Splash magazine? And he said, Nana, there's only white people on there.
This is a sport that's always been predominantly white. Even look at the Olympics, there's not a lot of black swimmers. And when you see a black swimmer in the Summer Olympics, you notice them right away.
There's not very many African American officials. It's mostly white officials.
For example, my granddaughter, she was DQ'd in one of the meets. And the coach really didn't think it was quite right. But the way the coach approached her and said, well, you did a good job. So when I said something to her about being DQ'd, she said, but the coach said I did a good job. So it really didn't faze her. So I think the way that our coaches are reacting, our coaches is shielding them from things that, really may be going on.
It's all white kids and just your kid is the black kid up there, you know what I'm saying? And they know they got to compete, because, for myself, my kid don't get in the water and say, I'm going to beat these white kids. You know what I'm saying? He just want to beat the time and he want to win. And when he don't win, it's not really a big deal either.
When my kids first joined the team, the smaller groups were not that big. I think we may have had 20 kids on the team, so it wasn't a lot of kids on the team. And honestly, my daughter had some interactions, up in New York actually, where she's had people whisper in her ear and tell, I'm going to beat you because you're black and I know I'm faster than you and things like that. But I really think that Maryland Swimming has done a good job of being more diverse, of making sure that they're recognizing that, swimming is an all-inclusive sport. I personally, as a parent in the stands of a BCSC team, it's a certain pride we have. You know what I mean? We are loud. We are.
So I was not a club swimmer. I was just an athlete that played a lot of different sports. After college, went down the corporate America road, but realized that wasn't what I think my calling and my mission was. And so after 7 years left and moved back to Baltimore and just found a great place in the Baltimore City Swim Club and found a great mentor in Coach Kimmy. I try to actually sort of be like Coach Kim in the coaching standpoint. I currently serve as the head coach at the Jewish Community Center in Baltimore, Maryland. Maryland Metro started, I was actually the head coach at the Baltimore City Swim Club at the time. But if you are a black swimmer in a predominantly white program, your team is probably not going to go to an event like this. And MD Metro is a program that I started 15 years ago, and I was looking to develop a program that would, continue to support non-white athletes within the LSC. And so there's a meet that we'll be going to next weekend called the National Black Heritage Meet. We're actually going to be taking 78 swimmers down this year. We haven't contended. We've won the team title 5 times. There's a team title. We have not won the team title in a number of years, but I actually think that we may have a chance this year, but that's not actually one of my goals. To me, it's about using swimming to teach those life skills, to teach the process of setting goals and managing disappointment and building relationships and dealing with the ups and downs. But I spend more time talking to my athletes now about character, being someone of their word, taking ownership and taking leadership responsibilities. And I've found that the more I focus on character and leadership, less about swimming. I kind of know what that is. I feel like the faster they get when I focus on those 2 characteristics.
We also talk about being a good citizen, being productive in your community and give back. And I tell them they all have a gift. And once you learn your gift, you gotta give it back. So it's reach one, teach one. So we do a lot of peer mediation, a lot of peer teaching, so that they can become leaders. Hard work breeds success.
What's the most exciting meet y'all been to?
North Carolina.
I'm gonna say the Unity. It's a tie. It's a tie between North Carolina
Yeah,
and
North Carolina.
New York.
New York and North Carolina. All our out of town.
Also, Unity meets
yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what about our Black Heritage Week? The one in
DC?
DC?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's lit.
How long have you been swimming? This is my 4th year. This is actually my 2nd year.
In my 3rd year.
I just joined, so it's like my 5th, 6 months, I think.
This is my
Y'all know
7th
she's
year.
been a part of BCSC for forever, so it don't even matter.
This is my 7th year. Family. Yes.
7th year on BCS.
Oh no, not on BCS. I'm talking about in general.
Oh yeah.
Okay.